A very warm welcome to IDFC First Bank presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 13. I'm Ritwika Gupta. This week, as part of our World Tourism Day special, we are celebrating by putting the spotlight on different travel and hospitality brands. From emerging travel trends to the growing MICE segment, today we'll be speaking to Rubin Cherian, General Manager of Novotel Hyderabad Convention Centre, who shares his perspective on the evolving hospitality landscape in India. Rubin, welcome to Leaders of Tomorrow. Looking forward to our conversation.
It's a pleasure to be here, Ritwika. Thank you so much for having me. I saw a couple of the shows and Leaders for Tomorrow. Really honored to be on the show. Thank you.
So the hospitality industry has undergone significant shifts in the post-pandemic era. What emerging travel trends are you observing, especially in business and leisure tourism?
Like you rightly mentioned, there's a significant shift that's happened post-pandemic. But what I would like to say is during the pandemic, our hospitality industry was one of the industries that was the most hit, be it airlines, be it hotels. Our business had got completely wiped out, not only for the year 20, but, for all future years, the business was wiped. And at that point in time, the experts of the industry had kind of analyzed and said that by the time we come back to the 2019 business model, it's going to be 2025.
Sure.
But lo and behold, by 2022, the business bounced back. There was revenge travel, and fortunately for all of us, worldwide and definitely in India also, the business really took off. And year on year, we've been seeing a very rampant growth of almost 20 to 30% all across India, in hotel industry. So that's a brilliant sign. But the emerging travel trends, what we see is, unlike the previous times, the trends have changed. People, the new gen guys and the new travelers, the corporate travelers, they've been so fed up sitting at home doing virtual calls, and people have started now doing leisure. That is mixing, business with leisure activities. So people are choosing destinations where not only do they come and attend their business, but also do an extended stay and maybe not come with their families and kind of stay on.
Right.
So that's the trend that we see extensively. People like to explore new destinations, stretch their stay either before or after. There's a demand for things like high-speed internet and Wi-Fi, and wellness spas have kind of become a necessity. It's no longer a kind of a luxury that's required. Then conscious and regenerative travel is what we see, the millennials and Gen Zs, they're kind of, getting so conscious about socially responsible tourism, like locally, they want to go to hotels and restaurants where people are using locally sourced food and beverage, plastic-free hotels where, no plastic is being used. They want to kind of, in their little own way, kind of have an impact, carbon neutral or negative impact on the environment. Then we also see, rise in the domestic travel and people moving into these 2 and 3 tier cities, because not only is the connectivity has improved over the years, smaller cities have now started attracting a lot of investors, a lot of hoteliers, as well as guests, because it's much cheaper than getting into mainstream cities like Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Hyderabad. So that's increasing. We see a lot of that, and a lot of players like Accor, Hilton, Marriott's, they're all investing in 2, 3 tier cities. We see a lot of them mushrooming up.
Sure.
And another trend is the shorter booking windows and longer stays. There were times pre-pandemic when we used to get large MICE and large conference bookings 3 to 5 to 6 months in advance. These days, gone are the days. Max it is 2 months. Otherwise, sometimes we get large conference booking on the same month for the same month.
Right.
So the window has really shortened. The length of stay has increased. People have started becoming more conscious on hotels and restaurants or cities having more spiritual tourism, experiential tourism, wellness, and tech-enabled personalization is become extremely key. The youths and the youngsters and the new set of travelers, they are so tech savvy, and they are connected to so many apps at the same time. So that is something that, regardless of anything, they need high speed connectivity, high speed Wi-Fi, multiple device connectivity. There were times when hotels used to offer just one connection per room. These days we offer 3 to 4 connections per device per person. So you can imagine, if it's a double occupancy room, we give up to 6 connections per room. So that's the common trend. And what the biggest trendsetter and the game changer in the Indian market scenario is the MICE. MICE business, just for people who don't understand, MICE is meetings, incentives, conferences, exhibitions. So this segment has really seen a good boom.
So, Rubin, you spoke about experiential travel. Tell me, how are hospitality brands reimagining customer experience beyond just rooms and restaurants?
So, yeah, just like I mentioned, gone are the days when people just do a booking to ensure that there is a hotel room available and there's a restaurant period. But no, those trends have gone. Now people are looking for curated experiences. So more and more hotels that are in destinations like ours or Rajasthan, or beach destinations or river destinations, they are going for kind of transforming it into a getaway of local culture, guided heritage tours, cooking classes with the local chefs or the locals over there, pottery workshops. We collaborate with the local artisans who kind of teach the guests how to. There are workshops and exhibitions around it. Then farm to table is getting to be another. People are getting to be more and more conscious when it comes to diet. So they prefer freshly plucked vegetables and fruits which are from the local farms. So that is one trend that's really getting on. So hotels that cater to those needs are kind of really doing well.
Sure.
More and more hotels are getting to be pet friendly and kid friendly. Pet friendly. Over COVID again, we ourselves got pet during that time, and more people have started doing that. So India is really getting where people started traveling with pets, and more hotels have started converting and becoming pet friendly. So, you get more clientele and guests feel more happy and at ease with their pets staying with us. So basically, hospitality brands are no longer just about a service provider. They're basically memory makers.
Memory makers, I like the way you put it. But tell us, how important is the MICE segment in driving footfall and revenue in Indian hospitality, especially in cities like Hyderabad?
MICE is extremely important, especially for us, because my hotel is a MICE hotel. I've got an inventory of, so it's a unique. While there are lots of other MICE convention centers, we've got a huge convention center which used to be the largest in Asia, but connected to a Novotel hotel. So not only do you have the rooms, but you also have the convention space. So that MICE is one of the very, very strong pillars for India, and definitely for Hyderabad, because like I mentioned, 60 to 75% of my business comes from MICE. But why Hyderabad? Again, Hyderabad is getting to be more and more favored, because the government is really, really, unlike cities like Bangalore, where the infrastructure started coming in as the population started growing. But in Hyderabad, the government is really proactive, and they kind of building the infrastructure is beautiful. We've got amazing flyovers, we've got amazing roads, beautiful buildings coming up. There's a good blend of restaurants, nightlife is great, and it's becoming the IT hub. We've got big, huge companies like the Amazons, Microsoft, Google, their biggest databases. It's a biotech city. It's booming in the IT. So it's a great place for not only corporates, but because of their existence of corporates, these international MICE events actually come to Hyderabad. And we per se, we've been in existence for the last 19 years. So we've done it all. Whether it is small events, whether it is large weddings, we've done weddings up to about 5-6,000. We've done large corporate association meets going up to 10,000 people. So we have years of experience in catering to that segment. So we have a repeat business of our annual corporate events coming in year on year, so which is our key strength.
Right.
And so what makes us stand apart is, like I just mentioned to you, what is unique about our property is I've got 38 breakout rooms. Now you can imagine, not only do I have a 68,000 square feet of huge pillarless banquet hall, but besides that, I've got 38 other meeting spaces. So, when a large association or a conference comes, there are multiple options for them to do a breakout meetings.
Right.
So that's one big edge that I have. Second is, I'm spread across 15 acres of land right in the heart of Hyderabad. So, it's once you check into our hotel, it's like you're into a resort property while still being in the heart of the city, being connected to everywhere.
Sure.
We've got some great partners of, because again, connectivity is a big thing for MICE. You need high-speed internet, you need very good digital solutions. So we've got great AV partners who provide us these equipments.
It's time for a quick break here. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back to IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 13, celebrating World Tourism Day in this special episode in conversation with Rubin Cherian, General Manager of Novotel Hyderabad Convention Centre, on how hospitality brands are adapting to global standards while shaping the future of tourism in India. So Rubin, Novotel Hyderabad Convention Centre has been a key player in Hyderabad's hospitality ecosystem. How are you leveraging its unique positioning to attract both domestic and international guests?
So, positioning is extremely important, not just participating, because how do you position yourself? Because you need to have certain prerequisites that an international association would want for them to do their business in a particular country or a particular city. So, and domestic needs are varied again compared to that of an international one. So you have to understand what the customer client needs are, tailor make each and every event based on their requirements, and cater to that. So this particular convention center, while it was built 19 years back, it was the first purpose-built convention center. When I say purpose-built convention center, means it was built for the purpose of doing large association and conventions. What I mean by that is, in our conventions, not only can we have 6 partitions between that 68,000 square feet space, I've got 3,500 theater style, exhibition style chairs which are stacked inside the wall. At a click of a button, the 3,500 chairs just come out like a stadium. So we've done concerts where, with these chairs, auditorium style chairs coming in. We've done automobile expos. We've done truck launches. We've done fashion shows. We've done serious conferences.
Right.
Doctors, you name it, we've done it all. So that's what I mean by purpose built, a MICE destination.
Sure.
And location, I've already spoken about the location that, while in Hyderabad being a preferred city for MICE, we are in the high-tech city, which is the heart of Hyderabad, and that really helps us. Dining options are another key, because every time you have 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people staying with you, and it's an event for 2 to 3 days, you can't just give the same old food and the same old cuisine every day. There are 3 meal periods.
Sure.
You got to cater to not only those 3 meal periods, but multiply it for 3 another days. So we've got a couple of dining options, like besides the 24/7 all-day dining called the Food Exchange. We've got a beautiful award-winning restaurant called Permit to Grill. Now that's by the poolside. It's a semi-open, beautiful restaurant serving grill. We've got something called Under the Mango Tree. As the name sounds, it's a mango tree, and we've got experiential dining options
Right.
that we create there. We've got 2 bars in the hotel. One is, enclosed within the property, where we've got live performers, a band playing there from 12 in the night to about 3:30. We've got a nightclub in the hotel, one of the unique features that not many hotels have. So some of these things really help us, stand apart and help us get that edge over the others. Most importantly, we're part of the Accor hotels. So as part of the Accor family, we enjoy the global benefits. We've got our loyalty program called All, which is Accor Live Limitless. Now, what happens is that among the 5,000 hotels, we've got enough and more members, and these members enjoy a world of benefits, unforgettable experiences, lots of reward points. So we kind of try to turn everyday moments into lasting memories. So, I mean, we believe the hotel is not just a hotel; it's a destination where not only business can be catered, cultural retreat, sustainable leadership, as well as dining destinations are catered.
Are there any recent upgrades or initiatives at your property that reflect changing guest expectations and global hospitality standards?
Yeah, so like I mentioned some time back, so something that sets us apart is our initiatives towards sustainability. Now, like I mentioned, sustainability is kind of getting to be the key these days. So not only are we Green Key certified now, Green Key is it's an international certification which is globally recognized, and every time a large international conference or an exhibition comes, having the stamp of the Green Key really helps. And how do you get that? Because there's an intensive checklist that one needs to follow. You got to tick all the boxes, and that's when you get that Green Key certified. So yes, we are not only Green Key certified, but in 2024 we converted all our cars into electric cars. So eradicating diesel and petrol vehicles and moving into electric. Now, something that I'm really proud about is we are the only convention center where I've got installed solar panels. I've got over 1,800 huge solar panels on my entire roof of the convention center, which is spread across almost 49,000 square feet. Now, this what it does is it helps me generate about 4 to 5,000 units per day. What it results into is almost a saving of almost 14 to 15 lakh rupees per month, and it takes care of my 50% of my entire convention center's electricity bill. So that's a huge investment, and it's a huge initiative. Now, another great initiative that I'm super proud about is we were the first hotel in India to tie up with this company called O by Arya. So now what we do is we serve water in glass bottles that is manufactured, that is kind of absorbed from atmospheric uh, air. So we don't take groundwater or we don't buy water. Our water is from the atmosphere. So there's this company who has this beautiful machinery, equipment, technology, whatever you say. It kind of extracts water from the air and converts it into drinkable potable water, which is then bottled into glass bottles.
Right.
So not only are we carbon neutral when it comes to water by eradicating plastic bottles, but we are carbon negative because, like I said, we don't tap into the groundwater; we are taking in the atmospheric water. So that really helps us get an edge on our sustainability angle.
So, Rubin, tell us what are some of the biggest operational or strategic challenges that hoteliers are currently facing in India's hospitality landscape?
So I'm sure, I mean, all the entire hoteliers, fraternity will agree with me. For us, the biggest challenge is attrition. People, because getting trained people is really a challenge. We've got mushrooming restaurants practically every day. We've got in a couple of restaurants popping up, couple of hotels popping up. There are not enough hotels. While there are so many hotel schools, there are not enough students that are kind of coming into the mainstream after passing out from hotel management colleges and into hotels. Because again, hotel management students are so versatile and they are so sought after that they start getting into airlines. They can go into malls, they can go into hospitals. So just about, I would say, 20 to 30% of the hotel management graduates actually come and join hotels. So, and plus with the new generation, every small rupee counts. Like if a competing hotel is just giving them 1,000 rupees or a 2,000 rupees more, they just switch. Gone are those days where the people used to be they used to call themselves as loyal just because they work in organizations for 15, 20 years, So loyalty means nothing. And it's by far, it's fine. It's just fair enough. So, attrition is one of the biggest challenges. And why is it a challenge? Because, it takes a lot of effort for all of us to groom and train an individual to cater to your hotel's brand standards. And by the time he's groomed, just because he's been groomed in that particular way, he's kind of paid that extra buck, and he's the competition kind of pulls him to that. So that happens everywhere. So while we do the same, others do the same to us, and it's a cycle that's going on.
And while MSMEs form the backbone of India's economy, in what ways can large hospitality players like yours support local MSMEs?
Yes, MSMEs is the backbone for the economy, and it's extremely important for big players to kind of take these MSMEs and blend it to your ecosystem, like the local farmers, the artisans, the furniture makers, the tech vendors. Creating reliable business opportunities for them. So how can we help with that? Is like talking about the hospitality. Example, I mean, showcase local artisanship. So there are these small local companies who have their own artisan. You kind of, every time you have an opportunity, you kind of use locally crafted amenities, use the local decor, textiles. And India has got, the world of artisans, and the best of every region has its own beautiful, whether you call it textiles or whether you call it decor stuff. We have it all. It's just a matter of kind of giving an opportunity and tapping into the right MSME and making them visible. So it's a hand in glove thing. It's a partnership. Culinary collaboration is another opportunity. Again, like I said, be in touch with the local farmers, the spice growers, the organic producers, the tea manufacturers. There are so much of local wine manufacturers. Try and use them and support them. If required, use government help. Government has a lot of these initiatives going on, so you can collaborate with the government, who in turn helps you liaise with those kind of right kind of people, and thereby support them.
And as we mark World Tourism Day, what is the vision for the future of travel and hospitality in India, and what message would you like to share with stakeholders across the tourism ecosystem?
See, India is positioned as one of those countries with a lot of ancient heritage, diverse landscape. I mean, India is one country. I've traveled the world, but India is one country where you have it all. You have the snow, you have beaches, you have desert, you have lovely lakes, hills. You name it, we all have it. So it's an extremely diverse landscape, and we need to kind of capitalize on that, and promote that and evolve as a digital economy, because economy is growing. India is growing at a much larger pace than a lot of other countries. So the sooner you get into the digital mode, the sooner you are going to get to the world global platform.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Rubin. It was lovely speaking to you.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure having you.
With that, it's a wrap on this episode of IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 13. We hope you enjoyed the conversation. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.